crazies, my name's Angela, I'm the Crazy Poppy Lady, and welcome back. Hello all you old subscribers, hiya all you newbies. Yes, I am completely raving bonkers. Today, or should I say this week, has been absolutely amazing for me. I am so sorry I haven't managed to get out as many videos as normal, but there is a reason behind that. That flipping blanket's done. I shouldn't really say it like that, should I? I'm meant to be promoting it so you guys make it. I will explain a bit more about that in a few minutes, but I've hit the 1,000 subbies. I've got 1,002 of you. So fingers crossed the YouTube evil Throwback bots have decided to leave this channel alone for a little bit, and I'm sorry to say, go and pick on somebody else. Maybe one of them big ones with 50 million people on, so that they don't notice as much. Because basically we've been fighting, haven't we, gang? We've been fighting to get this channel up to 1,000 subbies for about the last 2 months, and it seemed to be we gained subbies with one hand and YouTube took them away with the other hand. Now, I understand that some of you haven't been on for a little while. There is so many more creators out there than I think any of us realise. And basically the YouTube bots are a little bunch of toe rags that run in at night when all us creators are asleep, and they unclick the subscribe button. They are evil. They unclick it if you haven't put a comment on the channel for a couple of months, like on an actual video, not one of the live streams, or one of the bog standard, here you go, here's a video for you to watch because like I'm asleep type video. So if you're watching this and you're not 100% sure if you've still been subscribed, in other words you haven't received a notification yet, you've just gone and typed in my name and gone, right, where is she, where's my next bit? If you've done that, do yourself a favour, have a look down the bottom here, it'll be about here, for the subscribe button, and click on that and click on the bell and click all. That way it will notify you of all the videos, and you can also check to make sure you are subscribed, because if you're not subscribed and your name happens to get pulled out in a draw, I have to roll it over to the next person. Okay, yes, I am slightly evil like that, but it's my way of knowing that the people that are entering are the ones that are supporting, like support the channel. Even if like you've got a chance of winning a competition if you've only been here a week, but as long as that subscriber button's clicked, you're fine. Right, so now I'm sort of on a bit of a rant on that one, wasn't I? Crikey, 3 minutes I've been chatting about subscriber counts. Right, anyway, let's move on to the more interesting stuff, shall we? Right, so here we go. I've got a tiniest, weeniest bit of breaking news for some of you guys in Australia. Now, I've never heard of this place, and of course Australia is so flipping humongous, I'm not going to know everywhere, but I have come across some interesting information from the Spotlight in Grafton. That is, I'll write the name down there just in case I'm completely mullering the name. Now, they have got a bargains galore section, and in there they have got balls of yarn for 50 cents. Now, sorry, I'm just going to try and bring up the image. Oh, cracky. Give me a second so I can tell you what the yarn is. Go. Right, so what they've got is a manager's special. Now, this isn't available in all shops. It's not even on their website. It's looking like the brands that they're putting out are going to be discontinued. Now, the prices range from 50 cents to the full price, depending on what shop you go into. But this one here, or one of the ones in this area here, have got the Lion brand and Summer Nights range of acrylics and polyester blend yarns. They're like the multi-tonal ones, and they have got them in for 50 cents. That's right, 50 cents. Cripes. What else? So, to be honest, and that is all colours. That is all colours. So I am pretty chuffed with that, and if you can pop out and get it because you want it, make sure you're safe, make sure you're gloved up, you've got your hand sanitizer with you and your masked up. All right, I don't want none of you being daft donuts. On to the next item. Right, so talking of buying things, I was a little bit naughty this week because when I went food shopping in Aldi's, I noticed that they had something. It's not yarn related, gang. I'm sorry to say it's not yarn related, but I noticed that they had storage in for tools and things like that. So I had a look because, of course, where I may be moving rooms, I'm going to need storage for my little bits and pieces, because I've got a set of 3 drawers here that are built into the cabinet where the computer sits, and I can't take them downstairs with me, and everything in there is in little plastic containers all stacked neatly. But no more. I picked up, this is going to be heavy, one of these. Oh, there we go, there we go, there we go. It is a multi-drawer holdy thingy bob. It's meant to be for screws and bolts, but you know what? Why can't we repurpose it for our crafts? Right, so it's 4 across and 8 down, all the same size drawers. And then the last drawer, this is really hard, I'm balancing it on my knee. The last drawer is the full length. I can't open it because my knee's stuck in the bottom of it. Right, so at the moment I have got in here, I've got buttons, I've got the beads, I've got my bows. In the bottom section I've got the stuff for the poppies, or at least some of it, not all of it because there's a lot of it. And I've still got quite a few drawers that are left to fill because I haven't emptied the one down there. So I thought that was a really good idea and a really good show. Now you can order these online from aldi.co.uk. They are £9.99. You've got 2 different options. You've got this plain black one, or you've got one where the drawers are open. So it definitely looks more like something that should be in a tool shed, that one. So of course I sent my husband down and he ended up buying a load. I will pop a link down below to that one. Now please remember, with Aldi purchases, it's only really for the UK. They're not even delivering out to Northern Ireland at the moment, which is a bit of a pain in the tush. But hopefully, once things calm down with everything and aeroplanes start moving around again more freely, we will have more of a chance, won't we, of purchasing stuff from here, there and everywhere. Right, let me just put this up on my window. Right, so at the moment I've got that sitting on the window because it's actually too big to sit on the Welsh dresser. I was going to pop it behind the mannequin because of course then it's not really going to get seen, but it doesn't fit, it's just too big. But as I said, it's absolutely brilliant for all them little bits and pieces. Right, so up next is your photos. Now this is why I was saying to you this is a good week. I love receiving your photos. I love seeing how you've tweaked any of my patterns to make it more personal for you, so it sort of shows a bit of your flair. Now this one has come in from, right, so this one has come in from Susan. Now Susan, these are going to be her words, I'm just going to read them off to you. She says she's actually managed to make this lovely blanket. She's new to crocheting and wasn't sure she could make it, but of course I told her she could because I knew she would. It's just a case of taking it slow, honey, isn't it? Right, so she's saying thank you. She said she did start to think she'd underestimated herself when she had 12 balls of wool attached. I'm so sorry, but sometimes that's how it goes. But you get rid of them quite quick as well. And she had to untangle them at every row. Now this is quite common when you're doing this type of blanket, is that you get tangled because of course you're flipping it, but you're leaving your balls of yarn exact still, but you're flipping your project. Now I am going to do a little tips and tricks video, hopefully early this week. I might manage to get it made up on Sunday, and to have it go out alongside the mousse video. Now I'm going to do that so that you can refer to it with every sit corner to corner that you do on this from this channel, because I will link that in each of them. So I will give you a couple of ideas on how not to be so tangled, but I fully get you, honey. I'm always tangled. Right, sorry, back to you. I keep veering off, don't I? Right, so she said she's made the border slightly bigger. Ooh. I haven't actually seen the photo yet. I refuse to look at it. I will be seeing it when I'm recording. So, I am now intrigued. Right, where are we? So you made the border slightly bigger, but you had to just put on the candy cane border because you really loved it. Thank me for the pattern. And my happy cheerful videos. I have my moments, don't I, babe? Right. So time for me to open this up and have a look, and then once I've had a look, I'm going to put the photograph in now, the same time as I'm looking, and then afterwards I'll tell you what I think. Oh. Oh, bless, he is so cute, and he's also in shades of blue. Of course, when you follow along with the tutorial, if you're new to doing that sort of style of crochet, sometimes it is best to just follow along with the colours. But he is so gorgeous, and whoa, that border, that's amazing. I'm just trying to suss out what you've actually done here. It's really lovely that you've extended the border, because that has made that blanket now, it's part of you, isn't it? It's not just a I copied it off Poppy moment, it's a I changed it up moment. Sweet. Absolutely and utterly I love it, honey. That's gorgeous. Alright, I'm going to just sit here and stare for a minute, so I'm going to turn the camera off. Right, so Beth has now claimed her pattern from a couple of weeks ago. So I've still got to send that out to you, Beth. I'm so sorry. I will get to it. I just need to doubly check that that pattern is correct, because of course I've had issues with a couple of rows on a couple that I've already downloaded. So I'm going to be working on that once I've edited this video, and then I will send that over to you. I am so sorry. Now, Beth chose, luckily I should say, Beth chose Baby Groot as her pattern choice. Now, I've been listening to other YouTubers as I've been making up the blanket that I'll be showing you shortly, and I realised that Baby Groot will not be one that I will be putting up for sale, because of course it's based off a Disney character, and so of course I would be causing copyright infringement. So there is quite a few of the patterns within the set that I showed you a couple of weeks ago that if they are Disney or cartoon based, I will not be able to sell them. Sort of if you recognise the image as Baby Groot or this character or that character, then of course I'm not going to be able to sell those. So those patterns will only ever be available if you are a competition winner. Keep an eye out. You never know when the next competition's coming. Right, so now on to my completed whips. As most of you know, because I go on about it on and on and on and on, I make 1,000 poppies a year, like poppy brooches a year for the Royal British Legion. Well, at least I try to. The first year I managed 1,000 poppies. Last year was only 200. Down to COVID, we didn't know whether it was going to be safe to put them on the table, because they're not something you could wipe down every time you went out. So we only had 200 on there, and of course we also had limited collection time as well, because it all got cut off because the UK went back into lockdown. So I didn't manage to really keep up with it last year. And so this year my plan is to make the 1,000 as normal. But my dream is to hit the 1,800 mark, so that I make up for my lack of making last year. So I done a little bit of maths, because of course those are big butt numbers, aren't they? They are really big butt numbers. But I realised that I've got 40 weeks to do the challenge in. and I only need to do a 25 poppies a week for the next 40 weeks to hit 1,000. That's now manageable, that's now doable. But if I decided I was going to double up on my coffee intake first thing in the morning, because I crochet quicker that way, if I double up on my coffee intake in the morning, I could make it up, if I made it up to 45 a week, which this might not let me do, but if I made it to 45 a week, I would be able to then get to the 1,800. Ooh, so you're going to hear this every week for the next 40 weeks. It is going to be the poppy count. So here it is. Here is my first box. Now, as you can tell, it's not full. It hasn't got the 60 in. Each box contains 60 once complete. Okay, but I have got my first 25 made. Okay, they're not completely completed because I had to come back up here and get some pins, the brooch backs, and I can't remember where I put them, so I've got to sort through all the boxes on the top of the wardrobe to find them. But there are 22 fully completed in their little packets, all ready to go. And then of course I've got the leftovers without the brooch backs, but I'll have them all packaged up. So now they are in this month's count, so, or should I say the count for the rest of time. So that's a 25 down, that many left to go. Right, on to the next thing. Right, so next up is the moose cow. Now I have finally finished it. I say finally, when I show you it, you may decide that you don't want to, because it is quite a large project for what I thought it was. I didn't think it would be this big. I really should count the boxes and the rows and do the math before I tell you about things, shouldn't I? But I don't. I'm a nightmare. Right, so it's completed as far as the corner to corner section is done. I haven't put the edging on mine as yet because I plan to tweak this a little and use it this week to make that tips and tricks video. So I haven't put my edging on yet. Okay, but if I show it to you now, you're going to see what the majority of it looks like, and then you can sort of have a dream and have a work out what sort of border you're going to put on yours and when you get to the end. Right, and I haven't tied in the ends yet either. Well, not all of them. I've done some. There are quite a few on this one. There is that's your warning. When I say sewing ends, sewing ends. Right. So let's check him out. Work out what way round he is. He is that way round. Yep. Am I going to have enough room to get this on screen? Fingers crossed. If not, don't worry, I will put a picture up. There we go, and there he is. And there is a moose, a loose about this house. Sorry, I tried a Scottish accent going. It didn't work for me. Right, so I'm just going to get the tape measure out, measure how big he is, because he is massive in comparison to the others that are on the bed. I think he actually beats the cupcake blanket hands down. And is bigger than this one. He actually took over my dining table. He's that big, and he's only made in DK. How massive could you get it if you went up a size in yarn? Right, so I thought I would try and hang it up for you. Now normally I would have it on the stand here, which is where my little penguin is. But he's too big. He just overhangs and you don't really see much. So I've tucked him in using the force of yarn. Please stay in while I finish the video off, will you? Right, now he measures in at 35 inches wide and 35 inches long. He is an exact square. And if you're not too good on inches, that is 89 centimetres wide and 89 centimetres long. So yes, he is a big project to do. He is a nice challenge to do as well. But and yes, there are quite a lot of balls attached at different points. But you will hear my excitement during the video when I get to remove a ball of yarn, or I don't have to add any. There is a couple of rows where I think I do say I love this row, and you'll know why once you hear the box counts and realise that I'm just being super cheeky really. So of course, because of his size, I've sort of thought, is it really a blanket? Or if you use some nice squidgy yarn, could you create a gorgeous rug for the baby's room? A nice rug or a play mat. This would be the absolute brilliant idea for that. Well, that's what I think anyway. But for me, luckily, he's just a blanket. Now I've got to try and find a home for him because he takes over the bed. Alright, and everywhere else. Right, so I'm going to leave him here while I carry on chatting. Oh, it looks so strange. I need my yarn back. Right, so as you all know, because I've said it already, I hit 1,000. So I promised way back when that when I hit 1,000, I was going to go live. Okay, so I am just sussing out what day I plan to go live. I am thinking probably a Wednesday evening in the UK, around probably about 7 o'clock, because of course I've got to shovel food down my throat and make sure I've got nothing spilt on my top, and I've got to feed the husband and the kid. So I'm aiming for this Wednesday at 7 o'clock, so keep an eye out. I will put a notification up with going live. So you'll know, so you'll get to come and join me in the asylum, because of course you can't have a crazy without having an asylum, can you? So hopefully I will see you all for Crazy's Asylum chat on Wednesday at around 7 o'clock. Right, and last up is a quick shout out. Well, my shout out is to Granny D, my Dee. Thank you ever so much, darling, for all your help getting me past the 1,000 subs. It happened last night on your live when I basically announced that I only needed, I think it was 18, wasn't it, to get there, and all of a sudden the 18 arrived. So thank you ever so much, Dee Dee, and thank you all you squirrels for running over to the Crazy's Asylum. Right, I am now going to head off because I've got this video to edit, the moose video to edit, and some other bits and pieces that I also need to do so that I've got some content for you for next week. So I'm going to head off now. I will see you all really soon. Please, if you can, stay in and definitely stay safe. Ta-ra for now. Right, so now on to my completed whips. Now, as some of you know, I make or at least I try to make 1,000 poppies a year, poppy brooches a year. Start that again, woman. Right, okay, I was just mucking around with the settings on my video app, because I realised today I've been turbo talking. I have been talking on full speed. So I thought, I wonder what it would be like if I actually slowed my speech down but used the app. So this next section is hopefully going to make you giggle as much as I have. Have fun, and I will see you later. Bye.
Good morning, afternoon and evening, my crazies. My name's Angela, I'm the Crazy Poppy Lady, and welcome back. Hello, all you old subscribers. Hiya, all you newbies. Yes, I am completely raving bonkers.
And of course, I can always be a chipmunk, can't I?
Good morning, afternoon and evening, my crazies. My name's Angela, I'm the Crazy Poppy Lady, and welcome back. Hello, all you old subscribers. Hiya, all you newbies. Yes, I am completely raving bonkers.